Unmasking the Passive. Common verbs and phrases in passive voice. Hello learners! Today, we're going to delve deeper into the realm of the English language and look specifically at the passive voice. It's important to understand that while passive voice is a useful tool in English, it's often overused and can make our sentences unclear or unnecessarily complex. To avoid this, we first need to recognize when we're using the passive voice. So, our focus today is on identifying common verbs and phrases that often appear in the passive voice. Before we dive into common verbs and phrases, let's have a quick refresher. The passive voice is a way of constructing a sentence where what would be the object in an active sentence becomes the subject. For example, instead of saying, "The cat chased the mouse," active, we might say, "The mouse was chased by the cat," passive. In the passive voice, the main verb is always in the past participle form, and it is usually preceded by a form of be, is, are, was, were, be, being, been. Let's take a look at some common verbs that are often used in the passive voice. Given. The instructions were given by the manager. Taken. The book was taken by the student. Shown. The movie was shown last night. Sent. The letter was sent by mail. Found. The key was found by the janitor. These are just a few examples, but remember, any verb can be used in the passive voice. It's more about the structure, be plus past participle, than the specific verb itself. Now, let's move on to some common phrases that often signal the use of the passive voice. By plus noun. The cake was eaten by the children. Is, are, was, were plus adjective. The door is closed. Is, are, was, were plus being plus past participle. The cake is being eaten. To identify passive voice in your writing, look for sentences where the action, verb, is performed upon the subject, rather than the subject performing the action. Look for the common passive voice verbs and phrases we discussed earlier. If a sentence has a form of be, followed by a past participle, it's a good chance it's in passive voice. And that's a wrap. Remember, using the passive voice isn't necessarily bad. It's about using it effectively and knowing when it's better to switch to the active voice. By identifying when you're using passive voice, you can make more informed decisions about your writing style. Keep practicing, and soon spotting passive voice will become second nature. See you in the next video where we will discuss how to avoid overusing passive voice. Happy learning!